SIA, Singapore Airlines. This is one of the best performing stocks in 2023 and it's gone up by more than 30% over the past 3 to 4 months. But then some selling came back and it seems like we've hit a little bit of an obstacle. So where are we right now? Can there be more upside as we head into the end of 2023 based on this post-COVID recovery? Hey guys, Joey here, top tier Myzel trader in Philip Securities, and in this video we're talking about Singapore Airlines (SIA). We'll dive into the charts to see where are we right now. Why have we surged up a lot over the past few months, and can there actually be more upside? What are some of the new support levels that have came out as well? And we will even dive into a system that I have whereby there were a couple of good bullish signals that have came out over the past few months, and there were some exits, but it seems like new bullish signals are coming out as well. So you can also consider putting this stock in your watch list, especially if some of those very key levels are broken, and that's where we can potentially see more strength. So watch this video all the way to the end if you want to know what to do with SIA. If you're holding on to it, you know when to get out, or if you're looking to get in, I'm sure this video will be useful. And if you can help me to like this video, alright, that will be really helpful, and smash the subscribe button as well so that you will not miss out on videos like this. Joey here, let's go. So this is Singapore Airlines trading at about 7.58 right now. So before I talk about where we are right now, let's just go back about 2-3 months back. Let me share with you this very critical level whereby the uptrend really accelerated when we broke this key level. So this level is none other than the $6 level. You can see this is a very critical resistance level whereby we have been trading below, from November, December last year. We touched a couple of times, we came down, we tested it, and when it tested it, there were already signs of the uptrend starting to form. Right over here, you can see that in terms of the moving averages, right over here somewhere in last year, right, since last year, May, June, September, we have found a pretty good support right over here, and it's attempted to head towards $6. And while we headed towards the $6, you can see that the moving averages all started to point up. The 100 days moving average has gone up above the blue line, which is the 200 days moving average. However, we were still kept below the $6 psychological resistance level. So when we broke this $6 resistance, it was a really bullish move. I think volume was quite strong as well. Right over here, more than 2 or 3 times above average volume, and it really started to push up all the way from 6 all the way up to about $8. So $8 would be a critical resistance level. You can see that we have gone up from like 6 all the way to 8. It's like more than 31% gain in about a month or so, all right? And then we saw some profit taking coming back. All right, so where are we right now? So now it's about $7.58, and it seems like the support has gone higher. So this $6 would be a support level, but now that this $6 is pretty far down, we have formed what we call a higher support level, maybe somewhere around the $7. Let me just see, right? Let me just zoom it in for you. So about $7.15, $7.20. I think that is the near-term support whereby it has found a bit of a rebound. Buyers have came up near there, and you can see that the 20 days moving average line, which was pretty much pointing up. There was a really good move, as I say, when it broke 6. The green line was pointing up, and then this green line started to flatten out. You can see it's kind of like moving sideways with prices was below it, and over the past few days it seems prices have gone back above the green line. So that is a sign of some short-term strength coming back, right? But let's take a look at the current resistance level. I think right now we could be seeing a bit of resistance at this level, the $7.60. Just write it down. I think this level is quite critical. You can see that over the past 2 months we have headed to this level about 760. In fact, I think today we touched it and we came back down, and we got a pretty bullish candlestick bar right over here. So this is what we call something like a hammer, whereby you can see it opened somewhere at the top, it went all the way down. All right, so we got this long lower shadow right over here. So it went all the way down, and the low was at about 7.45. So in the morning or somewhere in the middle of the day, it was at about 7.45, which is pretty much the low of the day. It was like a red bar. But what happens is that when you see a candle like this, it just shows that buyers came back at the day end, all right, and started pushing prices back up. All right, that's why we see a long lower shadow, this long vertical line right here. That's what we call a shadow, all right, and it just means that buyers came back at the day end and pushed prices all the way back up, and it closed somewhere at the high of the day. All right, this shows a bit of strength. This shows that buyers are coming, back and defending the price level and pushing prices, and it closed, all right, somewhere at the day high. All right, and it closed about 7.58 right now. So that is a sign of strength as we actually approach this $7.60 resistance that I mentioned right here. So I think right now we look quite good for SIA, and as I say, we managed to get back above the 20 days moving average green line, which is still flattening out. But I can tell you, when this level, the $7.60 were to be broken, all right, if this 760 were to be broken, this green line, all right, this green line will start to slowly, slope upwards right over here. And that could be a really good move. That could be, let me just go to, right over here. So this green line, this is what I extrapolate, right? If we were to break the 760, I think that is where some short-term upside can come back. And we might go ahead to push higher to retest that resistance level that we touched somewhere in June, right? That would be the $8 level right up here. So 760 all the way to about $8. It's like a 40 cents range. All right, and I consolidate a bit and hopefully attempt to even break the $8 to push higher. So this is SIA. I think so far, we have gone up pretty high. All right, more than 30%. We saw a bit of profit taking. It's starting to consolidate, but right now there are some signs of strength coming back in the short term. And of course, if that happens in terms of the breaking of the 760 resistance, I think the reversal can continue all the way back up. So that's kind of like the short-term trend. In terms of the long-term trend, we can take a look at the longer-term moving averages, and that would be the 100 days moving average, the red line, and also the 200 days moving average blue line. So both of them are still pointing up. Of course, prices have surged up quite a bit, so it's a bit far off from the longer term moving average, but they will slowly play catch up as we consolidate. And yeah, I think that's so far the longer term uptrend still looks quite okay. All right, so this is SIA. Take a look of the key level 760. If that gives way, I think there could be some upside momentum coming. All right, so let's take a look at what it says on my 1GT. So I have a system called 1GT, one good trend, whereby it has alerted us to stocks like this, and it has also guided us on entry and also exit. So we got an exit signal, we got a bullish signal, but let's see what it says right now. Okay, so this is SIA, Singapore Airlines, on my 1GT, one good trend system, whereby it alerts us on stocks like this, winning stocks that can move up, and there are bullish signals and even exit signals, entry and exit, to guide us to get in and to get out. Right, so let's see what are some of the signals that have came out over the past few months. So I can simply just type in the name of any stocks in this system, and I can just click on this. So this is 1GT, just click on it right here, and you can see that there are a couple of bullish signals that have came out since last, in fact I think since October. The bar was red in color. It's a bit of a downtrend. It was kind of moving sideways a little bit down, but then the bar turned to green color somewhere around November 2022, and we got a couple of green arrow up. This is what we call a bullish entry signal. It went up a little bit, but let's take a look at the most recent signal right over here. I think this is the signal on the 20th of April 2023. So 20th of April 2023, as I mentioned, that was when it was still below that critical $6 levels. And when you got this signal, you can see we broke the $6 level and it started just pushing all the way up, and then finally we got an exit. So this white arrow is kind of like an exit to guide you to maybe get out, because there's some profit taking. You can get out if you want, if you have got in based on the previous bullish signal. It's more or less to guide you. It doesn't mean when you see a exit signal means you crash all the way down, you'll turn into a downtrend. No, it just means that it's probably good to lock in some profits, and that's where some sellers are actually coming back. Right? So we got an exit. Right, after pushing up by more than 20-30%, we got an exit and it started to consolidate. As I mentioned, we found a little bit of support around that 715 to 720 right over here. And what happens is that over the past few days, let me just zoom in for you guys right over here. You can see over the past few days, we got this new 1GT bullish signal. It's a green arrow pointing up, pretty much like what we saw over here on the 20th of April, or that was when it was still consolidating before it moved up. So right now, we got this bullish signal coming back up again, right? After that exit in June, we consolidated for about a month or so, and this new bullish signal is, has came out right up here and started to push up a little bit. So as I mentioned, right, that 760 level is quite critical. I mean, now that we got a bullish signal, that's why I was alerted to this stock again. That's why it's my watch list. But ultimately, as I mentioned, the $7.60 resistance is quite critical. If we can break that level over the next few days, or next week, or next 2 weeks, I think this bullish signal can continue to play out. We might push all the way up to about $8. If $8 gives way, well, I think we even push higher, and we'll see when an exit signal will come on. Exit would be something like this right here to tell us that there could be some profit taking, some sellers are coming back, and that could guide us to also get out as well. Alright, so this is SIA. Alright, I want to share with you guys what it says on my system after analyzing the charts so that it makes sense. Yeah, so far it looks quite good. The bar is still green in color. This is what we call an uptrend. We got a bullish signal, it still looks good. I will see if it does break the 760 soon. So there we have it, guys. That is SIA, Singapore Airlines, on the charts where I analyze it, and also on my 1GT system. So I hope you have a better idea of what are some of the levels to take note of in terms of the support, in terms of the key resistance level I talk about, in terms of the trend as well. I hope you are now much clearer, right? So if you want to know a little bit more on like the system or the entire framework of my one good trend strategy behind the system, you can attend one of our free web class that we're just running right now. All right, go to click on the link around this video or below this video. I'll place the link somewhere there. Click on it to attend this one good trend workshop, where I'll share with you a little bit more on the whole framework, what happens behind it, and then we look at some of the case studies as well on the system, and I'm sure you'll find it valuable. You'll definitely learn something from it, right? So Joey here, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead to smash the subscribe button. That will really help out the channel, and give a like as well, so that it will really help out this YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Joey here. I look forward to see you in some of the webinars. I'll see you soon.